White is pulling it. He shows up at the Kevin Keith show today. That's an unbelievable harem you're traveling with, Shaun. What's the deal?
You know.
You know.
Wild times.
Just don't ask you for their names, right? That's what we're dealing with here.
Well,
Shaun, welcome. So first of all, on behalf of a great nation, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I don't know. I don't know you, but the impression that I got, Shaun, is that there was never any doubt in your mind that you were going to come back with gold. That was pretty much a foregone conclusion that you were going to win that thing, right?
Is that extra pressure, though? Because anything else kind of would have been looked at as you kind of faltering.
Oh, for sure.
That
I mean,
seems rough.
you're standing up there and I'm like, all right, this day I've been thinking about, dreaming about, and picturing in my mind was, 10 minutes away. I mean, I'm actually having to drop in at this point and deliver, and I remember getting a little nervous, but it's not nervousness. It's that mixed with, like, excitement and anxiousness. I mean, you just want to get it over with. The only comfort I had is knowing that it was all going to be over within an hour. And
either way.
I had nothing I could do about it.
Right.
But it was great, man. I knew everybody wanted me to win, even, like, the Canadian team. You're running around Canada, and they're pretty, patriotic. And they're like, I'm Canadian, but I still want you to win. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I just used it as a way to motivate myself to actually do it.
And how many weeks before that was the Winter X Games when you tried to eat the half pipe?
Yeah, the
That
blue
was
dye looked so tasty, and I was like, I think that was about 2 weeks.
2 weeks later.
Yeah, or just under that.
Now, to go back to that moment, you hit your face on the edge of the half pipe. Now, for me, I'm out.
You take the rest of the day off, at least, right?
Olympics are coming up in 2 weeks. Peace out, everyone. Have a good time.
Yeah.
You went right back.
I don't know. It's one of those things you can't let it build in your head, because I took the smash, and I think it was something that I made the mistake, and I knew exactly what I did wrong, and I was just frustrated and mad at myself for being that relaxed during that trick. I didn't give it the proper attention, the commitment that I needed, and so I ran back to the top because I didn't want to develop some weird block in my head or a fear of that trick. So instantly ran to the top, did it again, waited, and I'm sitting there for like a little over an hour watching this thing just replay and replay.
They kept showing it to you, right?
Because I saw them showing it
and then they replayed my reaction to the replay.
Yep, saw that.
And I'm sitting there like, gosh, can you guys just give me a sec? I got to do this trick in about 5 minutes. But yeah, it was one of those things where I just felt like if I would have given up at that point, I might as well just give up on the rest of the season.
Did your helmet say hell no when you went back up?
I was just
your
so
helmet
surprised.
did not want any part of your head.
It was in a hurry to get the hell out of there.
It was exploded off your head.
That was my first thought as I was like, what? I swear I had a helmet on. You know what I mean? I was like, wow, I'm like exposed to the elements. I just remember sitting there like, it's cold out. What's going on? And I remember, right there, and I felt my jaw. I felt like it was pushed all the way out to the right side of my face, and when I ran to the top and
You're going to talk like this for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
Is that your first fear?
And then that night I had to eat steak, and I'm like sitting there in just agony.
Can somebody put this in a blender,
Chewing
please?
away.
I'm sore.
Yeah.
Wow. But look, for all the hype and all the hoopla around the X Games, the Olympics has to be 100 times that, though, just in terms of the coverage, the media, and the people, and the other countries represented. I mean, how do you stay focused in an Olympic situation? I mean, I know you looked forward to it, but there's so many distractions up there for 2 weeks.
I was talking to a friend of mine, and he put it in words that I thought were pretty interesting in a way, and he was saying that when you deal with the pressure and you deal with everybody watching and the cameras everywhere and everything, and all of that pressure, his saying was, it's not about surviving the storm, it's learning to dance in the rain. It's like learning to use that fear and all the people watching and use it to benefit yourself. And
you know what? That
remember,
destroys a lot of people. A lot of people get distracted. They can't. The pressure becomes too much. There are a lot of people, in the NBA, they take a last-second shot, and you can kind of see, they're taking it and they have to, but they sure don't want to be there. And then there are other players like Kobe Bryant or other people who want the ball, and they're good with missing, but they don't much.
Well, that's why my coach was at the top, and I'd already won the medal, and he's sitting there, and he knows me, and he knows the fact that I sometimes don't land runs when I don't have to land it.
Right.
And, where's the motivation coming from? Where's the excitement and all that to push me through the run? And
now we're back to the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so after the first run, for those of you who don't know, Shaun already had won the gold medal. Didn't even have to go again.
Yeah, I got what's called a victory lap.
But
which is
hadn't
very
done
nice.
the double McTwist 1260, which is all anybody wanted to see from him, basically,
Yeah.
honestly. So then you did it.
I knew I had to do it just because I talked about it so much, and I'd worked and worked and worked on this trick. I just felt like I would be not only depriving them but myself of this amazing trick, and so I went for it, even though I kind of landed flat on my hip before that. My arm's still purple. I smashed my elbow on my knee when I landed it because I was just full willing it to land. I mean, I didn't have enough speed.
It didn't look like
I
you had
took
enough
off a little funny. I'm like, I'm gonna make this.
I've never seen
It wasn't
somebody's
an option.
mind actually just force it to happen.
Yeah, it was force of will, absolutely.
Even though
That's the only
gravity
thing.
and everything else, it seemed like it was working against you at that particular moment.
Yeah, I just remember riding away, just like,
Of course.
everything, all that excitement and all the feelings you have that's just like locked away in your chest just explodes. And I was excited, man. I was running all over the place, hugging people, and
That had to be the happiest moment of your professional career, sir.
it was definitely one of them. I mean, and it's so crazy because everybody wants to try to describe the last time I won the medal to this time, and it's so different. I mean,
Right.
I remember feeling like I just made it. I'm like crying. My whole family's there, and this time was more of a, like a cementing feeling. Like I just like delivered on something that I had promised, and I felt like any question of where I came from and maybe if I shouldn't have I'm here to stay kind of
Right,
thing.
yeah,
Like, it's
yeah,
been the
exactly.
last
You're for
Olympics
real. It
4
wasn't a
years,
fluke,
and
right.
I wanted to deliver, and it just felt great.
We need to take a break, unfortunately. Shaun White is in the studio with us. Men's
We have so
half-pipe
many questions for Shaun.
gold medal. I would like to talk about what the announcers were saying so much, and I'm sure you didn't hear it because, you were there. But the difference between your run 4 years ago and your run this time was just astronomical. A huge, crazy difference. What you did to win the gold wouldn't have even medaled you this time.
Yeah,
That's odd to me. I mean, that
you
kind of
wouldn't even
progression.
made finals at that rate.
Wouldn't even made fun of it. Come on. All right, so we'll take a quick break. Shaun White is here. We'll be right back on the Kevin.
The worst I feel about mine, I'll tell you. I heard that song. Oh, yeah, I'm in Italy, and I'm in a helicopter, and I'm on a boat, and I'm on a horse. It doesn't matter, whatever this guy's.
The equestrian dream.
Now, Shaun, when we left, we were talking about last Olympics to this Olympics, and what a great difference it was.
Mhm.
The one that you won gold with 4 years ago, you wouldn't have even gotten in the finals this year.
Yeah, I mean, the progression's just been overwhelming. I mean, not even from that point till like the year after. It was basically last season I won the X Games with a similar run to the Olympics. The only thing that was different is I added a rodeo on my first hit, which is a backflip.
Oh, so last year to this year has been all of that change?
Yeah, that's
Wow.
why it's so wild and everybody's kind of freaking out is that we added these new tricks, and I was able to go to Silverton, Colorado, and basically have like a half pipe out there where I created like 5 new tricks.
The foam pit.
Yeah, and which is cool is I mean, I've always been a guy that took tricks that were already out there and just did them a little different, a little better, and this time I actually invented tricks. So I went from doing they're called double corks. It's 2 flips in 1 hit while spinning 1080, which is basically just degrees of rotation.
You don't have to explain
Yeah,
this to us.
Yeah, you know.
That's like
But
second
the
nature to
listeners,
us.
man, it's making so. I mean, I'm doing 3 of these tricks in 1 run now, so it's pretty.
Okay, so you
aggressive.
have the double McTwist 1260. The next Winter X Games happen soon. The next Winter Olympics are 4 years from now.
Yes.
So the double McTwist 1260,
Little kids will be doing that by the time the next Olympics
They're
comes
like
around.
6-year-olds. You're gonna
Yeah.
have to somehow find a way.
Because there's only that, you only have so much time in the air. There is a limit to how much you can do coming down.
I'm just fearing that there's some fierce little like 15-year-old that's like, I could do that.
Right, and then can, and
I'm
you
like,
go, oh, come on.
I'm like, shh, no, you can't. No, you can't.
Well,
don't
you're
even
clearly washed up at 23, right, Shaun? I
try.
mean,
I saw a
gotta
guy
be
in
near
the
the end of your
airport, and he's
career.
like, it's all downhill, man. I'm like, really?
you know,
Bummer,
you know
man.
what's, you know